Good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to the forecast discussion for April 26, 2014. It's currently 10:40 a.m. and we have showers exiting the New York City metropolitan area, especially over Connecticut and Long Island. Some of those showers are heavy, but they're exiting, and behind these showers it's actually a pretty nice day setting up with a northwesterly wind around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures right now range from the lower to mid 40s where it's raining, lower to mid 50s over the rest of the New York City metropolitan area, and mid to upper 50s over the Philadelphia metropolitan area. High temperatures today, as winds start to downslope off the Appalachian Mountains, will range from the mid to upper 60s for highs, upper 50s to lower 60s over Long Island due to the influence from the Long Island Sound. Now, today's going to be a very interesting day because you're going to have a scattered cloud cover. It's actually going to be pretty nice out, but we're going to have to watch out for a few isolated to widely scattered showers here and there in the afternoon as disturbances rotate through the region. But most locations will remain dry, so if you have outdoor plans, hey, keep them, go out, enjoy yourself, but bring an umbrella with you just in case. On the surface map, you can see our area of low pressure, which is actually pretty strong off of the New Jersey coast, is continuing to lift to the north and east. It will exit out of the region. High pressure will be in control this evening all the way on through Monday, providing tranquil and very comfortable weather conditions. I mean, low temperatures in the mid 40s, high temperatures in the mid 60s, pretty much near normal for this time of year, which is pretty nice and comfortable. And then we have another area of low pressure developing out here in the plains that will create some significant problems for the northern Mid-Atlantic and really all of the East Coast for much of next week. On the radar, you can see the steady rainfall is exiting the region. We have a few lingering showers here over Connecticut and Long Island. And then we're going to watch out for these disturbances right here that could produce an isolated shower or two in the afternoon. Again, not a washout in any way, shape, or form, but a bit of a nuisance nonetheless, with some of these showers capable of producing a brief heavy downpour at times. Again, most locations, 99% of the region, will remain dry this afternoon. So if you're going to the Yankees game at around 1 o'clock, or you're going to the Mets game this evening, bring a small umbrella with you, but for the most part, expect dry weather conditions as both teams look to win their games today. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see very clearly our area low pressure exiting the region. Rather robust system, I'll tell you that much. That's really been impressing me over the past couple of days. The strength of these low pressure systems for this time of year are rather unusual. They're rather strong and is indicative of the influence of El Nino starting to take hold, and also a very amplified pattern with the polar jet stream due to some stratospheric warming that's continuing. This right here is our next problem for next week. This is a very complicated, moisture-loaded low-pressure system out here over the Rockies and starting to push into the plains. And this low-pressure system will organize and sit and spin over the Ohio River Valley and produce some rather volatile weather conditions for the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan areas for Tuesday all the way on through Friday and even into early next weekend. On the water vapor satellite picture, it's coming to focus exactly what's happening here with this weather pattern. You see this upper level low right here? This is starting to block up the whole 500 millibar pattern with the polar jet stream. And so think of it as a big roadblock, a stop sign. So any disturbance that tries to move across the United States runs into this roadblock and can't move. So what's happening here is that this strong upper level disturbance, you can see it very clearly over California, which finally produced rain in California. Thank God, because they need it. They have a major drought here. And good news, guys, there's more moisture on the way for you. So this disturbance is going to continue to move towards the plain, then move towards the plains, then towards the Mississippi River Valley, and then start to stall over the Tennessee River Valley and also over the Ohio River Valley. As a result, what we'll see is that as this upper level low stalls, it'll draw Atlantic and Gulf of Mexico moisture and also moisture from the tropical Pacific up the East Coast into the northern Atlantic, producing a threat for showers on and off Tuesday all the way on through Friday, making for some rather unsettled weather conditions and very volatile weather temperatures as well, as some days, depending on the location of the warm front with this low pressure system, will be stuck in the lower 60s and other days in the lower 70s. And in fact, you could see a temperature regime where, let's say, southern Connecticut could be around 58 and Philadelphia around 71, all depending on where the surface boundary set up, how the wind's set up, and what locations have the most rainfall during this time period. As far as rainfall during this time period, model guidance like the GFS and also the European model guidance suggest anywhere from 1 to 4 inches of rain will be possible during this time period from Tuesday on through Friday, as showers and even some isolated thunderstorms develop over the region. So a rather wet, volatile weather pattern is on the way. This is the GFS model guidance from the Penn State EWOL website. I could have used the European or the Canadian, but they all pretty much show the overall same idea. The question really comes down to where are the surface boundaries located each day, and as a result, that will influence the type of temperatures you'll see. Again, on one day, let's pick out Thursday. Okay, I'll show you in a moment. Depending on the location of the surface warm front, you could easily see Connecticut stuck at 58 and Philadelphia in the mid-70s, depending on the location of that warm front. So a very volatile weather pattern indeed is on the way. So for this evening, again, sky cloud cover will start to take hold as high pressure builds in. Can't rule out a few isolated showers this afternoon. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, upper 50s to lower 60s over Long Island. For tomorrow, high pressure will generally be in control. Can't rule out an isolated shower, but for the most part, dry conditions can be expected. That's going to continue on through Monday. Temperatures on both days will be in the mid-40s for lows and mid-60s for highs. Now, on Tuesday is when things start to get interesting. Let's move to Tuesday afternoon. Again, we start to get moisture drawn up from the Gulf of Mexico up the East Coast. You can see what's happening here. The pattern starts to get all blocked up. You get a nice ridge over here over northern Canada. This upper level low has nowhere to go. We have an upper level low over the Atlantic. We see that over the 500 millibar pattern. Nice block here over the Canadian Maritimes. A ridge tries to build along the East Coast, and we have our nice deep trough over the plains. And so what we have here at the surface is high pressure from the Canadian Maritimes build down. We have a warm front set up, let's say, right around the Delmarva Peninsula, right around Delaware. And we're kind of caught in between a nice, cool, comfortable air mass over New England and a warm, tropical air mass over the southern Atlantic, interaction of which will lead to scattered showers on Tuesday. We see an even greater interaction with this pattern by Wednesday as the upper level low inches a little bit closer. Again, most of this is going to be driven on the influence or the interaction between the cooler, moisture-filled marine air mass over the Canadian Maritimes and the warm tropical air mass over the southern Atlantic. And so the interaction of these two air masses will lead to the rainfall. There isn't really a great deal of lifting as far as the 500 millibar pattern is concerned, just a lot of moisture being transported up and interaction of two air masses. So you end up with a rather wet day on Wednesday. And you can see, let's zoom in at 850 millibars, you can see a very tight thermal gradient setting up over the mid-Atlantic with much cooler air over portions of New England, very, very warm air over the southern mid-Atlantic, and look at this. You got a temperature difference of over 10 degrees from Connecticut, from northeastern Connecticut to Philadelphia. So we're going to see periods of heavy rain setting up here as a result, and very volatile temperatures. Temperatures on Tuesday and Wednesday, again, depends on the location of that warm front. As you head north and east, temperatures will be in the upper 50s to lower 60s. As you head towards the Philadelphia metro, lower to mid 60s can be expected. A few upper 60s if we get any sun breaking out. Same thing on Wednesday. Thursday, a very interesting scenario could be setting up here where that warm front finally makes its way through. Now, if this happens, where the warm front pushes north, that's going to allow temperatures to really warm up into the mid to upper 60s over Connecticut, lower to mid 70s over the Philadelphia metropolitan area. But with that warm air and with significant lifting on the way via the 500 millibar pattern here, see all this dark red here approaching the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan areas, That could lead to the development of some strong to severe thunderstorms on Thursday afternoon and evening in this type of environment. So it's something we're going to have to seriously watch as we move forward. And then on Friday, the cold front will move through with this low pressure system. As the low pressure system starts to lift northeast, we'll start to continue to see scattered showers. Temperatures start to stabilize a bit, lower to mid 50s for lows, mid to upper 60s for highs. And then for next Saturday, high pressure starts to take control with scattered cloud cover and temperatures near normal in the mid to upper 40s for lows and mid to upper 60s for highs. Well, that is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.